What's the emotion right now?
I think everyone's kind of at loss for words. We don't have the answers right now. At this point in time, you just got to grasp on the positives. Thought we played better than we have. We still got an opportunity to play the game we love for at least 8 or 9 more games. I forget how many it is, and we still control our own destiny. I mean, we saw tonight we can compete with the best in the league, but it's tough to swallow this one. Tough to swallow. This is the hardest loss I've ever been a part of, man. And we've had some tough ones this year. I've had some tough ones in my life. Boston College was a tough one. Virginia Tech was a tough one. Clemson was a tough one. This doesn't even compare to those. I mean, we controlled the game the whole time. Just to lose in that fashion is really heartbreaking. So,
Common thread with a lot of the losses this year has been other teams' runs in the second half, especially late in the second half. Aside from missed free throws, what was it that Duke did or you guys didn't do when they closed 20-7 in the last 4.5 minutes? Regulation.
I think they just did a better job than us at attacking the basket, getting to the line. They were the aggressors, I thought, at the end. And just a few things bounced their way, man. I mean, it's basketball.
It was a tight game throughout the whole time. How do you guys think the rivalry kept it so close?
I mean, everyone was fired up for this game. Two great teams, great history. It's a privilege to be a part of the rivalry, and just really wish we could have pulled this one out for our fans and for all the people who've been cheering on us.
You guys were leading for 40-plus minutes out of the entire game. Is that the most frustrating part, that you guys were playing one of your best games?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. Like people always say, like, a loss is a loss. I mean, whether it's 2 points or 20 points, you're still 0-1 for the day, and that's the hardest thing to swallow right now. Is it's a really good team. We had our opportunities to turn the corner, and we just didn't put it together for whatever reason at the end. And it's just really hard to end this day with a loss.
Royce said he was ticked off after Boston College, but isn't ticked off right now. I think he saw some growth. What areas do you think you guys grew some tonight and kind of make something of this last stretch run here?
I think in the first half we kind of played like vintage Carolina basketball. Coach talked about how that's the team he envisioned us to be, in the first half. When the year started, we were running, getting breakaway dunks, playing competitive defense, hitting shots. Just for whatever reason, we couldn't make our free throws, couldn't stop them from driving the ball down the stretch, and it's tough. It's tough. That's a game where it sucks to be on the losing end because both teams played hard. So somebody's got to win now. It's just unfortunate it wasn't our day.
Is stunned an accurate description for that?
Yes. Never once did I think we were going to lose that game. Still, like, I don't know. It just feels like I'm in a bad dream right now. I don't know.
What was the locker room like after the game? What was Roy's message?
We gotta finish. There's 2 messages. We've got to figure out a way to finish down the stretch, make free throws, make winning plays. They made more winning plays down the stretch. We also got to get better. We played good in stretches, but we left so many things on the table today, and we kind of let them back in the game. And the other thing is just, he's proud of us. He's proud of the way we competed, proud of the way we battled, and he wants to see that from us in all these other games that aren't Duke. And then we get another opportunity at their place in a couple of weeks. So.
I know you didn't shoot any of the late free throws, but I'm sure you've shot a lot of them in your career before. How different is the mental strength that you need late in the game shooting a free throw as opposed to other points of the game?
It's 100% mental. I mean, Playtech, Garrison. Garrison had a game where he was 17 for 18 this year. Playtech, I've struggled at the line this year. Even Cole's missed a couple. I mean, it's just, I would say this about free throws. When I think the hardest thing to do is when your teammates miss a free throw and you're the next guy to shoot the free throw. It's really easy to tense up and think about, I got to make this shot. I got to, and you can't. It's 100% mental. I wish I had the answer. I wish I had the magic potion on how to just block out all the outside noise. But it's really hard. Free throw shooting is kind of contagious. And when guys are hitting them, you're confident stepping up to the line. You're like, I'm not going to let my team down. But when guys are missing one-on-ones, it's easy to tense up and just think about the magnitude of this upcoming shot, and I think that's the hardest part.
Not to speak for the other guys, but did you get a sense maybe that occurred tonight?
Speaking from my own perspective, I know I've had games where I've really tensed up at the line, left them short, obviously, and I think that's the biggest thing is when you're leaving free throws really short or you're trying to guide the ball, and that's when it kind of is in your head a little bit. And we're all good shooters. It's just for whatever reason we got a little bit of the yips at the line right now. It's just like putting in golf. For whatever reason, it's just in our head right now, and the only way to break it is to get extra reps up, and unfortunately you gotta do it in the game to get confidence. You can get all the free throws we want in practice, but it's when the lights are bright that's when you'll establish and gain that confidence back. So.
Appreciate it.